Oh, that is sensational. That's our creamy cheddar, cauliflower and roasted garlic soup. Look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Rick. Today we're going to do a really tasty soup. We're going to do a creamy cheddar. We're going to use a mature cheddar, cauliflower, and we're going to roast some garlic. So it's going to be a creamy cheddar, cauliflower, roasted garlic soup. There you go, come on. Now if you're using a bulb of garlic, you will just take the top off the garlic, wrap it in foil. I've got some peeled garlic because we cook here all the time. So basically what I'm going to do is a little bit of olive oil in there. This is a different way of doing it, but we're still roasting. Okay, we're going in there with that. I'm going to stick it in the oven 180 until it goes brown. And what we probably do is just turn it. Keep an eye on it and turn it. There you go. Nice and straightforward. Onion. We want to dice an onion. Most soups have onion in as a base. If you don't like onion, work out a different way of doing it. That's the onion in there. Cauliflower, we want florets, okay? All I did is start chopping the stalk out and the leaves, cleaned it up a little bit. This is a use, you know, I've had to take a couple of marks off there, but we're not going to worry about that, okay? So just do some nice little florets. And yes, you can actually use the stalk. Put the stalk in. It's going to be blended, so you might as well use it. Okay, let's put this together. So if you're roasting garlic in the oven, as a bulb of garlic, you've chopped the top off, a little drizzle of olive oil, whatever, wrapped it up in tin foil, chucked it in there. You're going to cook it for about 40 minutes, thereabouts. When it's done, you're going to open it up and you're going to squeeze it from the skin. Okay, our way, we're just going to cook it like that. It's going to be done within about 8 minutes. And we're ready to go. Okay, we got a pan, we want some oil, we want some butter. A little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter. Basic of a soup at home. Okay, nothing complicated. Nice little flame on. Okay, we're going in there with some onion. Nice little stir on there, look. Now, I've got a couple of scrag ends of celery here. We're going to put that in as well. Nice and straightforward. We're just going to slice it through and chuck it in there. That's going to bring a really delicious flavour with the cauliflower. Now, we're not trying to colour this much, to be honest. We're trying to try and keep it without colour. We want a fairly light soup. Okay, we're in there, look. There you go. Nice little use up on that from the fridge. Beautiful. Check your garlic. We got this going on, look. Still could do with a little bit more. About 4 minutes on there, somewhere around about there. In there with your collie. So just give it a little couple of minutes, just turning it over. Some of the collie's going to soften a little bit. Take on some of that from the pan. And then we're going to chuck our stock in there. Have a look at your garlic. Mine looks like that now, look. That is absolutely beautiful. The thing is, you could do this in a pan with some olive oil, to be honest. But we've got this lovely soft garlic, look, it's got that nice roasted outside. I'm going to throw that in there. And that olive oil it's just been cooking in. There's no point waiting around, it can all go in there, not a problem. Looking lush, looking lush. In there, your stock. Right, get it up to boiling. And we're going to boil that for about 15. Now another way to do this would be to bring this up to boiling and then do the 15 and then chuck in the garlic, but leave the garlic in, you know, the flavour's all in there. You might as well have it all at one go. Now what we will do with this, when it's had its time and these bits of cauliflower are a little bit soft, we're going to scoop out a couple of small bits of cauliflower so we can actually put over our soup at the end, just to posh it up a bit. So when you've had about 15 to 20 in there, we're going to take a couple of those little bits of cauli out of there before we blend it. You'd always want to fancy it up a little bit, you know. You can go as big or as small as you like. That's up to you. Just don't forget these are all cooked. Push that lot there. I won't blend it, just blend it in there. Smooth or as rustic as you like. That'll do for me. So get your flame on low, lowish, in there with your milk, in there with your cream. Give it a good stir in and just warm it up, do not boil it. Don't worry if it looks a little bit loose at the moment. By the time you chuck your mature cheddar in here and warm it through, it's going to thicken to a beautiful soup. Now you don't taste this until you've added your cheddar. All cheddars are different, some are a little bit more salty than others. See, we've got a little warming going on there. Doesn't have to be hot. Right, in with our mature cheddar. And keep a little bit back to actually go over your soup at the end. You want a little sprinkle, don't you, you know? Just give that a little stir in there. It's going to melt, so we don't have to worry about that. We want to be going with a little bit of Dijon mustard. About a teaspoon. I'll put a nice underlying twang in there. And just stir it in. Smells absolutely fabulous. We want to be going in there with just a little pinch of nutmeg, and we want to give that a stir in, and then we want to taste for seasoning, salt and pepper. Now like I say, you do it now and put it in because you don't know if the cheese is too salty in here. Come on. Salty enough, it wants some pepper. Now pepper and salt obviously is to taste, whatever you like. Stir it in. And then you just warm this through to how you want. This is cooked. This is ready to serve with some nice crusty bread. Now I'm going to go just a little bit longer on this, probably 5 minutes. Bring it all in nice and steady. Okay, that's cooked. We can be serving that up. That is beautiful. Come on, let's serve. Oh, I've got my crusty, slightly toasted in there with that wonderful soup. Look at that. We've got a little bit of green going on in there from the cauliflower because we haven't blended it really smooth. Oh, that is sensational. And you know, we kept a little bit of, in fact, we'll put a little bit of cheese on first. On there, a little bit of that mature cheddar. On there, cauliflower. A little shake of pepper, just for a bit of contrast on the top. Oh, that is sensational. That's our creamy cheddar, cauliflower and roasted garlic soup. Look at that. Come on. Oh, look at that. Look at that goodness there. That is sensational. Thick, creamy, got a light texture in there from the cauliflower. That is awesome. Oh yeah. That is amazing. That is the only way to enjoy cauliflower. I shouldn't say that because there'd be someone saying, no, you enjoy cauliflower and I eat it a lot. But that is sensational. Only a little underlying flavour from that roasted garlic, cheddar very prominent, and so is the cauliflower. It's creamy and it's delicious. And you know, when you've got some fantastic homemade, crunchy, crusty bread that lightly toasted, get that in there. Oh yeah. Oh, you can't beat it. Butter soaked bread and a fantastic creamy, cheesy cauliflower and roast garlic soup. That is amazing. Well, there you go. That is an easy one to make and it is fantastic. It is outstanding. Share with your friends. And if you like what we're doing, a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. We'll catch you in the next video.